Yes, exactly. Thank you so much for this comment. I was about to make this video anyway today, so this is a great coincidence, I guess. So this is one of two comments that were posted on the video I shared yesterday, which was about the possibility that precognition is actually a thing and that we can affect the numbers that random number generators generate. And then in the video I went on explaining an object that this inventor created a while ago, which works with a random number generator, and it displays different colors. And if you go there with, casually and think of a color, it displays that color. So this may prove that we actually can affect the outcome. But then the longer you play and the more serious you get about that game you're playing, the more difficult it becomes to affect the display of the color you chose. And this is exactly the same thing at the casino. You play and you're not winning anything, you're just playing for fun, and you hit the right number. Then when you invest your money and you want money back, you never get that number, right? And this is why I wanted to post this today. This is in such a pattern that there's a name for this. It's beginner's luck. Yeah, you play at a game for a long time, you become an expert, you become a pro, and then someone arrives out of nowhere, they've never played, and they win. How does that happen? They're lucky. Yeah, you can say they're lucky. Of course they're lucky, but there's more. They won because they had nothing to lose, no reputation to lose. And they weren't expecting to win. And they arrived there in a neutral state. Or if it wasn't neutral, it was a curiosity and nothing else. It was light. And then they won. And then they said, oh, I'm good at this game. And so they start studying it and applying to it. And yeah, they become better, but they lose the beginner's luck. Because if you want to be a beginner, if you want to have beginner's luck, you need to keep a neutral state about the outcome. No big expectations. You must want to play for fun. Just for fun. And whatever the outcome, they won't change you. They won't change your reputation. They won't change your future. It's just a game, right? And this is the attitude we should have at life. This is the way we should play the game of life. And I was reminded about this in a few dreams last night. I kept dreaming about playing. In one dream, I was playing with an old acquaintance of mine, and they were giving me parts of food and parts of cards and parts of other stuff, some objects. And I was supposed to play with all of them. And I was invited to play. Come play, they were saying. And then I had another dream where I was playing something, but I really don't remember what that was. And then while I was waking up, I saw a scene from a cartoon that I used to see, a Japanese cartoon I used to watch when I was really young. And it was one of those cartoons from the 80s with robots and people driving the robot, and they were inside the head of the robot and they were just moving legs and arms. And I saw that as if I was the person inside of that head and that robot was my body. And I was invited again to play with this body and this life that I chose to come and play with. So this is my message for today. Go out and play. Play at the game of life today. Play as if you were a beginner and you had nothing to lose, as you had nothing to win. Want to know more? I often pick up the Fool's card when I pull the tarot cards for myself. And why is that? Because the Fool is naive and ignorant. He doesn't know much, but he likes to play. And he likes adventures, and he just jumps in and tries and sees what happens. So be the Fool today and enjoy your day.